Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside full video tour, top to bottom, of this 2012 very nice Coachmen Mirada 34 BH bunk bed motorhome. Now this is a really clean RV. It's full body paint. It's not stickers. These are a big expensive from the factory paint job. So this is top of the line motorhome here with bunk beds, and this was one owner and they took really good care of it. So we're going to go over it in detail and show you why this is such a nice motorhome. You can fast forward through the video if you want, but I'm going to get real detailed and show you things about it. Starting on the back, of course it has a backup camera up there. You have a backup camera, you have a roof access ladder, you have a V5 5,000 pound towing package. So you can plug in your towing hitch right there. You have a 7-pin connector. This has a center rear fuel fill-up point. So you can add your gas from the middle. You can back in, you can pull to the left side, or you can back near a pump, or sometimes you can reach from the right side. Now it's a little windy, so I'm going to try to stay out of the wind as much as I can. Go along the side of the motorhome, show the paint. We're going to go up to the roof and take a look on the inside. This has a big power electric operated awning, so you don't have those sticks. You don't have to get out with long sticks and try to open the awning. It has a full pass-through storage in 2 compartments, this one and the rear. So let me put this so you can see that. Goes all the way across. Oops. It's big enough to put folding picnic tables or folding tables and chairs in there. It's very roomy. The cargo doors lock into position, so it's easy to access when you put your stuff in there. The paint on this is in really good condition, including the awnings and fabrics. It appears that this was kept indoors in indoor storage. We're going to go up on the roof in a minute. We're going to open the awning in a minute, but it's in really good condition. Now this also has this side view cameras. So you have a left and right side view camera. So when you activate your turn signals, you get a side view right there on the dashboard to see if any bicycles or motorcycles or cars are right under here underneath your window. So you get an excellent view. Up on the front, it has the Clear Bra Diamond Shield. It says www.diamondshield.com. It's actually a clear film that they put on in the factory to protect the paint, and that's in really good condition. It has a chrome headlight surrounds, and it has the very good headlights. We drove this thing from Ohio to California, and the headlights are really nice on this one. They work really well. The paint's in excellent condition. Take a look at it. Take a look at the paint, the mirrors. You've got these big towing mirrors, power aiming towing mirrors. Look at the awning fabrics. All right. There's 3 awnings on this RV. The ones over the slide out are to keep rain, obviously, dust, and sun from going on top of the slide out and contaminating the top of your slide out. And also when you park under a tree in the nice campground and the squirrels and the birds are up in the tree throwing acorns at your RV, they just fall on top of the awning and they roll right off the side. You don't have to get up there with a broom and clean it off. That's really important to have those awning fabrics for the slide outs. All the cargo compartments are functional on this RV. They're not blackout compartments. You've got the Onan 5500 generator. We're gonna get underneath and we'll look at the tires pretty soon. You got 50 amp power supply. It's not a 30 amp coach, this is a 50 amp coach. I've had people tell me, oh, I'm looking at C-Class motorhomes. Well, C-Classes are only 30 amp coaches, which means they only support one air conditioner. This is 50 amp and it supports 2 rooftop air conditioners, high-powered units to keep it nice and cool if you pull it into a summer hotspot. Down underneath, there is a rock skirt. So if you hook up a vehicle to tow behind, it's not going to throw rocks and chip up your paint. So we've already gone around 360. We're going to get ready to go inside. Then we're going to go up on the roof. Then we're going to go down underneath. Okay, we're about to go inside and take a look inside, but I want to show you first this power operated main awning. This is a large power awning and it has a push button. It's very secure. It has a stabilizer arm and everything. If the wind blows, it's spring loaded, so it will wind up, but you can rewind it at the touch of a button. If you want it lower, it has a height adjustment. This little track, you loosen this and pull it down and it'll be lower, so you have a shade for times where the sun is coming in from the right. So the switch is inside to operate it. I'll show you so you can open and close it from the inside. We'll do that right now as we go inside and start there. So we're inside the 34BH, and then the control switch is right here up high where you have a good easy access to it, and then you can observe it from inside to wind it up or wind it down. I'm just hitting the switch and rolling it up. It's going right up very quickly, showing how smooth is the operation. Okay, it's wound up. We just hit the switch the other direction and extend it out. It's very nice. Put the shade awning in and out at the press of a button. Very convenient. So let's take a look at the interior of the 34BH Coachmen Mirada 2012. For the most part, it looks like brand new in here. I'm going to give you the walk around tour with my Steadicam. Big kitchen, 2 TVs inside, plus 2 DVD video players in the bunk area. You've got bunk beds here with TVs and lights in each one. Wide aisle, big slide outs. So there's a very large and wide aisle to walk around your rear queen bed, which has nice blackout curtains. Okay, a lot of RVs have day and night shades, but this one has full blackout curtains, which are kind of nice if you want to sleep in. They block a lot more light than the day and night shades do, and then they just set to the side like so. Queen bed with storage underneath, so the bed lifts up. It's kind of dark under there, but I have an air mattress underneath there, which is for the front queen bed. So it has 2 queen beds in this RV. The rear walk around queen, and the front sofa turns into a queen bed as well. Now all the seat material is in like new, perfect condition. There is no imperfections. Looks fantastic. This seat looks great. All your seats are in like new condition because they've been redone with a more durable fabric material. Ultra leather, stronger stuff, so it's not going to disintegrate on you. Nice sturdy seating material. And then you have the Dream dinette over here. So the Dream dinette has no leg to trip over when you're sitting down. You just flip the switch over and then it pushes down to turn into a bed. You pull the cushions out of the way, turns into a bed, and then you have a sleeping position right here for 1, maybe 2 people. If you needed to sleep an extra person, there is enough room on the floor here for an air mattress, like a twin size. Over here on the kitchen, you have a Korean countertop with genuine Korean. It's got the certificate that it is Korean. And the matching sink covers. The sink and everything. This is actually mint condition. I know this RV has a few miles on it, but there's no scratches or abrasions or anything on the sink. It looks like they never cooked in here. They may have done all the cooking on the outside over an open fire. The oven is clean. We had the professional housekeeper come in and they said, oh, it looks like they didn't use it. It's really clean. The refrigerator's clean. No odors coming from it. Super clean. It's almost like when they went camping, they went and let somebody else do all the work. This has a pantry here, which is clean. Very clean. Everything looks like brand new in this motorhome. And this video is in high definition, so if you really want to take a look at this video, put it on your big giant 4K TV and look at it there. Because even the wood that doesn't have like fingerprints or anything on it, it's nice and shiny. It's not all dinged up or anything like that. Microwave is clean. Now it's time to point out that this RV, of course, it has a microwave, but it has a gas oven. Now, if you do dry camping much, which it means you go to a campground where you're not having any hookups, if you show up after 8 p.m., a lot of these boondock campgrounds, they don't want you running the generator after 8. So it's really important to have a gas oven so you have the ability to bake if you need to. Of course, you can make a fire outside and bake over that. But this does have a gas oven. Some of the motorhomes don't have a gas oven. If you're looking around, you might notice they have the cooktop but no oven underneath. This one has both. Let's see. Look how clean the drawer is. The drawer is like unused looking. Open up the cabinets under the sink. There's a few evidence that something was in there, but not bad at all. It's really clean under the sink. It does have additional storage underneath the dinette with pull-out deep drawers. And then I'm counting seat belts. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 7 seat belts in here. Now, I want to point out about the televisions. This is digital over-the-air broadcast. So it's using the roof-mounted antenna to get free over-the-air broadcast. It has an amplifier to boost the signals so you can pick up. Right now, I think we're picking up like 154 channels. But if you're on the campground, you can switch it over to cable with this switch. Switch it to cable, and it'll select the campground cable input instead. A lot of the lights here have little light switches, so the shorter ones can easily access, or mobility impaired, easy access to turn the lights on and off. Their speakers are flush mounted in the ceiling here for the sound system, which is really nice. Dual roof air conditioners. Let's talk more about the bunk beds. Now, bunk beds are great because if you got 4 people, or maybe more, but if you got 4 people, you don't want to have to kick them out of bed to start making breakfast or folding away the sofa. If you have 4 people, 2 adults and 2 kids, and these are extra wide bunk beds, I'll point out. They're really wide and 6 foot long. Nice big bunk beds. These can stay beds at all times, so you don't have to wake people up early to kick them out of bed to make breakfast. They have privacy curtains that can be closed off here, or they can snap out of the way. You've got various plugs and inputs, so you can plug in a video game console and play your video games on the screen. And these are small screens. They can listen to them on headphones and stuff like that, or fold it away, put away, and you can use an iPad and charge it. You got charging points. It's got a reading light in here, so curtains and window, so they can look out and look at the squirrels and the bears and alligators, depending on where you go camping. The bedroom is clean. It's got storage nightstands here, some wiring hookups. There's a attachment in the back here. If you release that, then these wooden doors close off and you have master bedroom privacy. There's large wardrobe storage doors in here. That's a box for the air mattress and the linen. The linen on the bed is brand new. Various storage drawers that slide out. A clean place to put your clothes. A second nightstand. You know, I'll point out some RVs you cannot get around the bed. There's no place to walk over here because there's things in the way. But this one has a full walk around queen bed that I can easily maneuver around. I'm a 6-foot adult and I can maneuver all the way around the bed, no problem. There's additional storage up overhead. Another thing to point out, there's good head clearance. So if I sit down on the bed, I have nice head clearance here. Some RVs, if you sit up like this, the cabinets will come to about here, and that will bonk your head if you have that. Bedroom with great headroom over the master bed, which is really nice. I've got a great view of the TV. I've got the remote here, so when you're relaxing for the evening, you can watch TV. It has HDMI input, so you can plug in a video game console, a Blu-ray player, a little flash stick, so that like Chromecast or Roku, so you can watch your movies. And it looks really nice. It smells clean in here. It doesn't have any foul odors of any kind. 2 air conditionings. You got to watch these RVs because many RVs don't have a second air on the roof. This has the 5500 generator, so it has dual roof air conditionings, and they're high power units. So if you go someplace warm, they'll really put out the cool air. And it has a nice luxurious Forest River style shower with the roto opening. The same model shower that's common on like Georgetown XL motorhome, the premium high-end motorhomes. And you've got little cubbies for your linens. I've got paper towels in here, but you can put your towels in here for multiple people. Color code them so everyone knows who has what towel. All the wood and everything is clean. Looking down in the toilet is clean. We did have the professional housekeeper come here and clean it. It's got a clean vent. Up on the top, we've got a weatherproof roof vent. Additional storage right here. The sink is nice. Let's turn on the water. Clean flow. It's not spilling all over the place or spattering about. You can close this off. It does have a shower massage head, and it catches magnetically, but it also has a secondary latch to hold it in place. We have our centralized control location here. Let's see how many hours are on the generator. So the hour meter is indicating 461.1 hours on the generator. So it's very low time on the generator. I've had these generators with 2,000 plus hours on them. So 400 hours is nothing. 200 hours is comparable to one oil change. on a car. You've got your level test indicators right here to see what your fluid levels are. Your water pump on or off. Water heater on or off. Slide out controls. Emergency override for slide outs, just in case you ever had a problem. I mentioned there's little light switches. Additional storage above the television. This is deep enough storage that you could put a Blu-ray or DVD player in here. A lot of RVs with the TVs don't have that much room. There is also additional room for a larger television. Now, they put the TVs in this location because back in 2007, the TVs cost $1,000. Now, a TV this size is only a few $100s. But it is possible. There's nothing in the way here that if you wanted a hinged mount, they do sell TV mounts so the TVs can slide out into the hallway so that people can continue to watch it when you're driving down the road. These days, I think everybody's playing with their phones and their iPads when you're driving down the road. Let's put this bed into sleep position. So let's take a look at the sleep configuration up front here. So the dinette is now turned into a bed with, if you see, there's plenty of room for additional tall air mattress on the floor so another person could sleep. And then you have the front queen inflatable bed, inflated. So this is a big queen, full legitimate size queen bed. It has this automatic pumping up air mattress included with this RV. This is a brand new mattress that I put in here. So it pumps up and turns this sofa into a very comfortable bed. So your guests will stay way too long because they're so comfortable when they sleep. So let's count how many people we can sleep. That's 2, 4, 6, 7, maybe 8, maybe 9 is possible. 8, definitely. 9, maybe. You may need an inflatable second bed right here for 9, but definitely 7 to 9 people can sleep in this RV with no problem. It does not have a front electric bed, but how many people you want to bring with you anyways. As we come up to the bed here, and before we get to the front, let's hop in this queen size bed and see how big it really is. With those cushions up against the window, I have good head clearance. You really need to do this on some of these RVs because some of them have almost no head clearance. But even with this very tall, high profile or mid profile air mattress, we've got a lot of room here. I can clearly watch television from bed if I'm sleeping in here, or I can get comfortable and go to sleep. You can see what's going on. You have a command of the front entry door. It's nice and roomy up front here. Let's go take a look at the front seats. Now these are swiveled around opposing, so you can still sit here and you can have conversations. You have a footstool that you can use with that one to be a recliner. There's even more lights here we can turn on for the front. There's cup holders and a little drink tray right here in the center console. Let's go on to the driver's controls after we put the bed away. So concluding up in the driver's seat for the inside, this RV, I can't really emphasize enough, when you're inside this, it feels like you're in a 2019 or 2020, a brand new one. It's that clean. It's really clean in here. So I have professionally cleaned it, but it looks like maybe this was Grandpa's RV and he bought it to take the grandkids out, and the parents of the grandkids said, no, you're not riding around in Grandpa's RV. But Grandpa did a good job if that was the case. It's really clean in here. There's no accidents on the Carfax. Up on the front we have these dash fans. Let's let a little bit more light in here. You've got wraparound curtains. Steering wheel is turned, but when you're driving down the road, the steering wheel is straight. Right now the odometer is indicating 39,353 miles. That includes my driving it to California. So I've driven this motorhome about 2,000 some odd miles, and it ran great. You have fully automatic leveling jacks, which I like to point out you can also manually level. I personally prefer to manually level. It's up to you if you want to manually level. A lot of people like to just get in and press all auto and then the jacks automatically level, but I personally like to manually level. And then you just press manual, or you press auto, it auto levels, or I'll retract to bring the jacks up. You can start the generator from the dashboard right here. The air conditioning on the dash, all the ACs are blowing ice cold, working really good. Now the camera right now is showing the backup camera, but if I turn on my, I don't know if there's any flickering between the interlace of the two cameras, but if I turn to left turn signal, I have the left turn signal view, very clear picture out the left side. If I turn on my right turn signal, I get the right turn signal side view camera, very clear view out the right side. And they work with night vision too, so you can see what you're looking at night. Of course you have cruise control, it's a tilt wheel. It has a tow haul mode, and I'm going to take a minute to explain tow haul mode. There's a little button on the gear selector, you press that, it turns on tow haul mode, which is really important. Now tow haul mode is really nice when you're driving in mountain terrain. So if you're coming up the hill, you put it in tow haul mode, and if you're coming down the hill, you definitely put it in tow haul mode, because on these more advanced newer RVs, when you push on the brake and tow haul mode is enabled, the transmission will automatically downshift to slow you. So when you're coming down a mountain pass, you may not have to use the brakes very much at all, because the engine will help slow you down coming down the hill. It's kind of like a Jake brake on a big semi truck. Not the same, it's different. It's more like if you're manually downshifting the transmission, only the computer does it automatically, and it also works with the cruise control engaged so that you don't overspeed the vehicle. Now it does have a safety speed limiter to prevent you from driving over 75 miles an hour with a vehicle of this size. That's programmed into the computer. And then this has the 30 valve, 3 valve per cylinder, 362 horsepower Ford V10 with a 5-speed automatic transmission. You've got auxiliary jump start switch, generator start switch, dash fans to enable or disable your dash fans. You've got a fog light selector switch, power mirrors with heat, and this little blue light that seems to turn on the little eyebrow LED lights. There's little eyebrow lights along the headlight. That seems to be what that's for. Your headlight switch, your dash dimmer selector, and then over here your front air conditioning controls and your dash radio. Going back to the headlight switch for a minute, there is a, if you rotate the dimmer all the way up, it turns on your map light. That's how they do it on Fords, and this is wired in, so you can just click that up and then turn on your dash light. There are adjustments in volume settings for your backup camera because it does support audio. Volume is all the way down, but you can turn the audio up so people can yell commands at you from the back, which is really nice. Your mirrors are these big power heated towing mirrors with great visibility. And the seats, like I mentioned earlier, are in excellent condition. They have these big armrests that they do swivel and they do recline. Very comfortable. Your vehicle identification information is over here on the wall placards right next to the driver's seat. This has a cargo carrying capacity, which is really good, of 5,100 pounds. I've been in some Class A motorhomes and they only have a cargo capacity of like 1,700 pounds, but this has 5,000 pounds. stop for a minute and pay attention here because this is important. This motorhome is unique because the gross vehicle weight capacity of this one is 22,000 pounds. So this was special constructed with the heavier duty chassis. A lot of these 34 BHs only have a 20,500 pound chassis, but this one is built on the heavier duty 22,000 pound chassis. So that means the empty weight of 16,270 subtracted from 22,000 pounds give you a cargo capacity of 5,100 pounds. Now that's separate from your towing capacity. The gross combined weight rating of these Ford chassis is 26,000 pounds on almost all of the F-53s, which is what this is based on. And with 22,000 pound chassis, you could possibly tow a heavier duty trailer if you wanted to. You might be able to get away with putting a bigger hitch and towing an 8,000 pound trailer. You have to talk to a trailer expert to see if you can do that. But the weight capacities do support that. Look how clean all these compartments are. You have front map storage compartments. You have a CB radio connection cable. Over here we have all the books and manuals on this motorhome. So if you need to know how to operate everything, all your books look really clean. I believe the previous owner really knew what they were doing. This is not a rental or something like that. This was a one owner, babied and indoor stored, kept a really nice motorhome. So if you want something nice, you need to act quick to secure this one from me before somebody else gets it. Let's go take a look at the roof and take a look at the outside. Roof of this 34 BH, taking a look at it. It has weatherproof vent covers. The roof is in really good condition. It's been recently resealed, so all the roof gaps and everything are sealed up tight. This has over 25,000 miles on it. The previous owner took really good care of it. They used it on a regular basis. Some RVs, when you go looking at used RVs, some are neglected, some are bought and then I'm not gonna do it, and they leave it parked and then it just sits for a long time. But this one was used regularly. It has all the upgrades. Weatherproof vent cover, fairly new refrigerator vent cover. All the other vent covers have been sealed. Another weatherproof vent cover, and the AC covers are painted to match the RV. So the whole roof looks fantastic up here. You don't have to do any roof maintenance, and the awning fabrics look outstanding. They actually look like they're probably the originals, but because it was indoor stored, the roof looks great and the awnings look great. They haven't been eroding or fading in the sun. All the blacks are nice and dark. They're not faded. Looks really good. So we're gonna wrap it up with a look underneath. Take a look at the chassis and inspect and see. Not much rust under here. It's really clean actually. Your leveling jacks. Take a close look at the jack cylinders. There's no rust or pitting in those. No leaking. The springs, exhaust, transmission. Looks good under here. There's no drips. A little bit of splashing of mud from road puddles. The brake rotors look good. No groove. Brake pads look okay. Look under the engine oil pan, radiator. Don't see any damages here. The other brake rotors, brake calipers. It's got fresh lube on the ball joints. Bolts all look tight. A lot of tire tread here. look at the back of the transmission housing here. The parking brake, that looks good. No leaks on this jack. The drive shaft, that's your parking brake. There's no rust or corrosion. This hasn't been to the snow, obviously, because all the aluminum and metal is bright and shiny. When they drive vehicles through the snow, they get a lot more oxidation, but this is clean. Looks like it stayed out of the snow and hostile conditions. There's foam insulation sprayed between the joints and so forth. It looks good. Now Coachmen gives you this J-pipe, which makes hooking up to the campground really easy. Taking a look at the muffler. No holes in the muffler. Muffler looks good. Look at the rear tires here. A lot of tire tread left. The brake rotors, the differential, rear anti-sway bar. You've got valves in your to add and check the air pressure on your inside and outside tires on your dual tires right here on the front. So that's easy access for you, which is very convenient for safety. Always check your tires before you take a trip. And if you take it to someone else to check your tires, it's very easy for them to do that. Your rear jacks, no leaks, nice and dry. It's not like underneath the generator, no leaks. Now this RV has a rock skirt, so if you decide to tow a trailer or a vehicle behind, these rock skirts keep the chips from happening to your vehicle being towed close behind. And then the towing package here, I don't see any rust or corrosion. The V5 towing package, here's the label. Has a 7-pin connector right here. Look at the back of the motorhome. You can see the backup camera is set up right now to look straight down to the trailer hitch. Go underneath. You have an 80-gallon fuel tank down here. Your other leveling jack. No leaks at all on these jacks. You got mud flaps. Your propane tank in good condition. Again, you got your tire valves to check your tire pressures right here. And good tire treads. Rear anti-sway bar. Take a look at the brake rotor discs. No grooves on any of the brake rotor discs. They all look good. Almost wrapped up. Follow the exhaust up. No holes in the exhaust. Everything's good. Step is fully operational. My name is Mike Johnson. Wrapping up the video. Give me a call. 951-681-2101. Thank you.